joined by Isaiah Abraham. And Isaiah, we appreciate you joining us today.
Appreciate you having me.
Hey, it's sure been nice, hasn't it? You guys have had a couple weeks under your belt. How crazy it is to be back out there this spring practicing again.
Man, I mean, like I said earlier, it was a little more physical than it should have been those first couple of days just because everybody was so excited to get back and stuff. Especially those first couple of days, they had us separate a little bit more to kind of get us assimilated to everything. But now it's been great to be back.
What was that mindset, too? Because, it's tough. We come off the historic season in 2019. You guys don't get a spring season last year, and then you're just, basically training and waiting for, to get back out there. So how was that mindset of just, staying focused and getting ready?
No, yeah, I mean, I feel like this group is extremely focused. I mean, being away from the game so long and coming back, everybody's just kind of laser focusing and having that same mindset of getting that repeat, I mean, it was huge for us, our program last season, so it's just something that we want to feel again and get the whole thing instead of sharing it like last season.
Let's think back to that. We can never talk about it enough, going back to the 2019 season. What do you remember the most, obviously, other than, getting to share the title?
Man, I honestly just that group of guys, just like we were just all so close. It was a real brotherhood, and then just when that field goal got blocked against Azusa, man, we were just going crazy. So, I mean, it's just a huge family atmosphere, but at the same time, I feel like it's really carried over to this season, too, so I'm really excited for this season.
I feel like I can still picture, I'm sure you guys too, I could still go out on that field and remember exactly where the ball was and just everybody was at and still replay it in my mind.
For sure.
Yeah, so it was a great thing, especially to have that. I'm sure you guys, that probably helped carry you, through the pandemic and not being able to play because you guys still thought of the memories of that season.
For sure.
And so for you, we talked about, first when you came in, you were a DB. What was the transition going to linebacker, and what kind of prompted you to move to that position?
Man, I mean, it was a coaching decision. So, at first I was like, cool, just wherever I can play. But I've been playing DB since I was a youngin'. So it was definitely a big gap for me to fill, just learning all the blitzes and how the defense work. But honestly, in the end, I feel like it's really helped my game just because I've been learning, I know all the DBs do now. I know what all the linebackers do now. And just so, knowledge-wise, I feel like I'm a lot farther ahead. And in the end, it really did help me.
As I say, I'm sure it helped you being, in the secondary before you kind of understand what they're looking for, their reads. So I'm sure that helped you bring to the next level, at linebacker.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, just like I said, just that having the knowledge of having both, so I know where my guys are to help me out in different coverages. Just really taking the time. Slowy's done a great job at helping making sure I can get everything, all the knowledge I need, all the IQ to get out there and play. So, yeah, I'm excited.
I say, how nice has it been playing with some of those guys, too? We had a really good team, with Tyler Wharf and Nate Proctor Jr. out there playing, Jalen Parnell. How nice was it playing with some of those guys?
Man, those big dogs, you look up to them, especially Nate and Wharf out there, just the older guys, and having my guy JP. I've been here since the start, and I've just been seeing him ball out. So it's been really cool to see him ball out, especially with those other guys, and just learn from them every day. And I feel like I've taken a lot of things that I've learned from them and put it into my own game. I can't wait to really just put it out on the field.
You touched on it a little bit, too, but what nice. How nice is it to have somebody like Coach Slowy, who has, very good knowledge of the game, being here, and, going into the league. How nice is it learning from somebody like him?
Man. Slowy just takes so much time out of his day to, really make sure we know our stuff. I mean, he'll have, Zoom meetings with us, every night and things like that. So I'm just really grateful to have a coach like that here that's, really cares about us. I mean, all the coaches do, but just really cares about us and makes sure we know our stuff and puts us in good positions to play and make good plays.
When we think back to last year, what were kind of the things you were doing, to try to stay active? I mean, was there some workouts you were getting in when you were back home? I mean, what were some of the things you did just to, keep active?
Yeah, I mean, so I was, I'm actually from around here, so I just was staying in town, and it was just tough. There's times where the high school field was locked up, so I couldn't get in there, and we couldn't use the turf over here, so it was literally just doing a little Mexico workouts in the house and stuff like that. So it was definitely tough. A lot of guys figured out ways to get work in, so that was good.
I like that you go right into the next one. We talked about you being local product. I mean, how cool is it for you, to stay home? Kind of what went behind coming to Woo, and like we said, you got the family tradition with your dad having played here. So just kind of recap for us what kind of brought here.
Yeah, to be honest, when I was first trying to figure out where I wanted to play, I was like, nah, Western probably be one of those last places just because I wanted to get out. But it ended up being just one of those places that was a really good fit for me at the end of the day, and just financial wise, it made the most sense. And I'm really happy and excited that I made the decision to end up coming here. I mean, I made such good friendships, brotherhoods. I mean, we got the first GNAC championship, and then it's just cool to keep it in my family. He was talking about I'm a fourth generation Western student, and my dad played football and baseball here, so it's cool to keep that in the family and have him come back and watch those games.
I'm sure you guys enjoy talking about it. I mean, he was a two-sport athlete. I'm sure he tells you all the time, hey, you should be playing another sport too. You got to keep up with me,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I used to play baseball, so he'll give me a hard time a lot. Why don't you play baseball? You should be playing baseball. But it's all good, all love. But it's just fun to have those conversations with him about it.
Yeah, we're definitely glad you stayed local, and played right here for us. So, how about you mentioned playing baseball, but what was it about the sport of football that, really got you into it? What do you enjoy the most about playing it?
Man, I mean, I felt like it was just one of those sports in high school that I just really gripped the most, and I just had the most fun. I loved being physical, getting out there competing. So I just felt like it was the right place for me, and I just fell in love with it.
Now that you moved to linebacker, what do you enjoy the most there? Getting a big sack, of course. I'm sure a strip
Yeah,
sack is always there, getting a big stop on third, or, if you're out in coverage,
for
getting a
sure.
big knockaway. What's kind of the thing that gets you going
Man,
at
I
linebacker?
just love sticking people, bringing the hit, bringing the boom. Yeah, that's what I love to do. I'm really excited for this linebacker group this year. We have a lot of hard hitters, a lot of dudes that can make plays. So this makes it real exciting.
All right, Isaiah. Well, we really appreciate you swinging by and catching up with us today.
Of course,
Of
thank you for
course,
having me.
best of luck, this coming season. We'll be catching up with you soon.
Sounds good. Appreciate you.